Hello everyone, and welcome to my first edition of Tip of the Week here at Alcona. Noticed a lot of big old pelts down here at the short game facility, so I figured a good place to start would be to do a tip on how to hit a pitch shot around the green from 50 yards and in, because it seems like we've got a lot of people using improper technique based on the damage we've got down here. So let's talk about how to hit a proper pitch shot, anything around inside 40 to 50 yards or even closer to the green like I'm going to show you here, and how to use this tool correctly. Okay, I've got my 60-degree wedge here, could be a 56, could be a 52, but anytime a wedge, we're using a wedge, we have to talk about this part of the club. That's the bounce. You've probably heard of it. Usually these wedges will have a second degree down here with a bounce angle. What is bounce? Well, first of all, it's this part of the club, and the degree angle it's showing you is if you hold this club straight up and down. I'll get close to the camera here. The lowest point of the club is not the leading edge, it's back here. So if I had a perpendicular angle at the bottom of this club, the angle between the bottom of the club and the leading edge, that's the bounce angle. And this part of the club is what we want interacting with the turf. So to show you an example here, if I use the bottom of this club and I can make a pretty aggressive swing down at this turf and not take a divot, okay? I'm going down pretty hard at this. You'll notice my club's just bouncing off the turf right there, and that's the interaction we want. When we get this leading edge leaning too hard and digging into the ground, that's when we're going to take these big divots like this, and that's where our angle or our margin for error gets really small, because if I'm leaning this club forward with that leading edge that's going to dig into the ground, well, I better hit right there on the back of the ball, because if I hit a millimeter behind it, I'm going to chunk it. Or if I get a little bit too steep on top of it, I'll hit the center of the ball and send it screaming over the green. So here's the setup. Face on. Number one, we're just going to put the ball, I'm going to show you a basic pitch here. You can use this with a little bit longer or more speed for longer shots. This is a basic 20-yard pitch right here, okay? Ball in the middle of the stance. My feet are narrow. My weight is on my lead side, my left side for a righty, okay? And the technique is keeping this triangle, these arms across my shoulders here, intact the whole way. You'll notice I have very little wrist hinge here. I'm going to try to return this club that I have set up right here, this angle I have. I'm going to make a little backswing, and I'm going to try to return it to the same spot I set it up in. The face is a little open. Why? Because that increases the bounce. That's my forgiveness. Here we go. Let's give it a try. Oh, it would have been nice to make that one. I'll take that every time. And you notice, no divot. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps.